Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Catherine Cannon, Jess Walton, Robert Mandan, Jerry Hauser, Jeff Conaway. Tonight's episode, The Killer on Campus.
Don't worry. They can't get out till we let them out.
Look, I don't know about this, Jeff. I mean, you know, sometimes people can die from bee stings.
What a shame. Dan Kemper couldn't flunk me and foul at my graduation. Come on.
What if he's asleep in there?
I told you. I called 10 minutes ago. There's nobody home.
They're stinging me.
Just shut up and lock the cover.
It hurts. Oh, my God.
How about that? He's dead. He sure is.
Jeff, we did it to him.
You screwy. All we did was shake him up a little with some stunts. Hey, we better get out of here. Come on, let's go.
Betty?
Lieutenant Biddle's office just sent over the preliminary report on that campus suicide last night. Would you like me to make a reservation for you at someplace really special for tonight?
Reservation?
Mm-hmm. Now, she must really be some kind of a lady to get you to wear one of these.
Tuxedo?
Try it on for me. I bet you look terrific in it.
I haven't worn one of these since Calvin Coolidge's inauguration. They used to make them a little different then.
Well, look, it says here. One tuxedo, Mr. Jones, Jones Detective Agency. Come on, fess up. Who's the lucky lady?
Well, whoever she is, obviously, I wasn't intended to take her out. Where's Jedediah?
Vicky, listen to me. You're gonna love this. Now, look, it's the law school's big spring formal. I mean, you missed this, and you're gonna be missing the big social event of the season. What's in Hawaii? Hawaii's a couple of beaches and a few volcanoes. It's boring. Oh, you got the commercial. I see. The modeling job came through, yeah. No, of course I'm happy for you. Don't be silly. Look, why don't you call me when you get back? Yeah, okay. I'll talk to you. Goodbye.
What's the matter, JR? Can't you get a date?
Well, I'm afraid it's an epidemic of everybody having the busies.
Well, before you try to cure the epidemic, maybe you can clear something up for me. This garment was charged to a Mr. Jones. Was that Casey, John Paul, or yours truly?
Well, now listen, Barnaby, I had to charge it to you because I was a little short of cash, you see, but I promise you that I'll pay you back after the first of the month.
Yeah, I know. Day late and $1 short. Come on, I'll give you a chance to make some overtime.
Where are we going?
Rutledge College.
Oh, Rutledge College.
Hey, relax. It's co-ed. Maybe you can find a date there.
Good thinking. Good thinking. Man, I thought there'd be more of them.
More what?
Girls. Thought we'd be up to our eyeballs in co-eds here.
Well, this is a spring vacation, Jedediah. A lot of students go home for the holidays.
Not all of them.
Excuse me, could you tell us where we can find the Dean of Men?
Yeah, Dean Carson. He's right over there.
Thank you very much. Come on, Jedediah.
Jedediah.
We'll talk about it later.
Dean Carson?
Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
Well, nothing that couldn't have waited until after your conversation with the young lady.
The young lady's my wife.
My name is Barnaby Jones. This is my associate, Jedediah Jones.
Oh, yes, you're the private investigators. The Board of Governors insisted on hiring you. Not quite sure why. The police are already insisting it's suicide.
The gentleman who spoke to me on the phone said that Mr. Kemper had been the object of student pranks and harassment, and I understood that's what we were to investigate.
Student pranks? It hardly seems a matter for private detectives.
Well, I guess your Board of Governors feels that the fact the professor is dead is serious. They want a complete investigation of the whole matter.
But I'm sure that has nothing to do with Kemper's suicide. He was a new, young instructor, anxious to prove himself in a tough teaching assignment. I think the pressure's just got to him.
I wonder if we could see where it happened.
Kemper kept a ground floor apartment. 4B. I won't go with you if you don't mind. I was there when they cut him down.
Yes, I can understand that. Well, we appreciate your cooperation, Dean.
Barnaby, you get the feeling he'd just as soon we give this a once-over lightly and be on our way?
The thought crossed my mind, Jedediah.
Monty, throw the ball, will you? Monty, the ball. It's terrific. With an arm like that, you should throw for the majors.
I can't help it. I couldn't sleep last night. I keep wondering if all those stunts we pulled on Kemper, I mean, if what happened to him was, our fault.
Well, I guess you just have to ask Kemper that. Hey, Monty.
Yeah?
Get lost.
What?
Karen.
Jeff, I was off campus last night. I just heard. Is it true?
Yeah, Karen. Your boyfriend strung himself up. They took his body away an hour ago.
God, why?
Oh, come off it. You really that broken up? Well, I figured you dropped me to take Kemper on so you could do a little social climbing.
What are you saying?
You know, I was okay when you were the new chick on campus. But dating an instructor, well, that rate's higher status-wise. So when Kemper...
Is that how you have it figured out?
Well, sure. But I don't hold grudges.
I mean, I'll consider taking you back again now that you're in circulation.
Jeff, just go to hell.
Sorry, we didn't know anyone's here.
Oh, they told me to clean up after the cops got through. I'm the custodian.
Well, do you mind straightening up a little later? We'd like to look around first.
Don't matter to me. Do it now, do it later. It's all the same. Not enough time to do all they want me to do around here anyway.
That is what you call a far-out personality. You know, it's a funny thing. This guy had a good tape deck, very professional recording setup for dictation, but there isn't one tape here anywhere.
Well, maybe the police picked up all the tapes looking for a recorded suicide note. Talk to Lieutenant Biddle about that, will you?
Oh, not one lousy tape. Did you find something?
Bees. A live one over there at the window, and about 3 or 4 dead ones here.
Bees?
I think I'll turn these over to the entomology department. See if they can give me a postmortem. Doesn't it seem odd to you that somebody would rip a light cord off a lamp in order to make a noose when he's got a perfectly good rope here in his closet?
Well, maybe he forgot it was in there.
Maybe.
Well, you've seen enough?
Seen enough to make me start wondering. Let's go, Jedediah.
It's obvious what happened to these two. Somebody swatted them. For the others, you're right, Mr. Jones. Their stings are gone.
Well, some bees die after they lose their stingers, don't they?
Right you are. There's something else about these bees. They were stolen from this lab.
What, they've got brands on them or something?
No, but they're a variety we imported from Canada. I've been trying to develop a strain resistant to cold weather to extend their nectar gathering season and increase honey production.
And you recognize these as some of your Canadian bees?
Sure do. Somebody forced the lab door last night, but I didn't see that anything was missing. Somebody must have opened this case. Half of them are gone. I'd like to know what numbskull pulled a stupid stunt like this.
Well, maybe we can find out.
How?
Possible that some of the bees may have stung Kemper before he died. I'll check with the coroner, and I'll check with the student health service, too. See if anyone was treated for bee sting today. Maybe the prankster's last prank backfired.
What's with you? This is not like you running off in the middle of the afternoon to get drunk.
I'm not drunk. It's not for want of trying, but I'm not.
No? Well, then maybe we can finish our conversation about you and Dave Kemper.
Did it ever occur to you I might be a little upset? You know, he's lying in the morgue right now.
Your respect for the dead is very commendable, Doris. But it's your devotion to the man while he was living that I'm talking about.
Are you sure you know what you're talking about?
All right. Let's talk about some pieces of old English silver, which had been in my mother's family for generations. I just happened to notice them in the window of a shop where you sold them a month ago.
I was going to tell you about that.
Were you? Were you also going to tell me that the money you got from them went into your personal checking account to cover a check that your stub says was paid to cash, but when it came back from the bank, it was endorsed by Kemper? Were you going to mention that?
You have been busy, haven't you? All right, I gave the money to Dave. But it isn't what it seems now. You've got to believe that.
I'm sorry. What else can I believe?
What is with you in this jealousy? It's getting so I don't even know you anymore. It wouldn't surprise me if you killed him. Oh!
Doris, for God's sake.
That's our boy right over there, Barnaby.
Let's get acquainted.
It's just natural. Oh, listen, we'll see you around 7, okay? All right, good. Bye-bye.
Monty Anderson?
Yeah?
Wonder if we could ask you a few questions.
About what?
David Kemper's death. We were hired to look into it.
Yeah. Sure, I guess. Why do you want to talk to me?
Well, we were talking to a nurse over at the student center, and she gave us your name.
She said she gave you first aid for bee stings this morning. I was just curious as to how you got stung.
Well, I don't know. It just sort of happened.
Could it have happened when you were letting some bees loose last night in Dave Kemper's apartment?
In the first place, those aren't bee stings. He was stung by wasps. We were hiking in the woods yesterday, and we saw a nest, and Monty wanted to collect it for biology class. Only the wasps had different ideas. Right, Monty? Yeah, it was really dumb of me. I could have gotten stung worse.
I don't recall hearing your name, son.
Oh, it's Jeff. Jeff Saunders.
Oh, hi. Are you acquainted with Mr. Kemper?
I'm sure. I was in his poli-sci class. Look, what's this all got to do with Kemper's suicide?
We were told that there'd been some malicious pranks played on Mr. Kemper, and one of the theories was that possibly it was somebody in his class that wasn't getting good grades.
Are you making passing grades, by the way?
As it happens, I pulled a B+ on my midterm in poli-sci. And I think you're trying to make a whole lot out of nothing. See you around.
Well, it isn't too difficult to see who the brains in that pair is. Jumped right in with that lie about the wasps, huh?
Well, there's no way to prove that was a lie. But, on the other hand, maybe we ought to check his grades in Kemper's class.
Well, the administration building's right over there. Let's do it.
Hi, Doris.
Oh, Karen. I've been meaning to call you.
Oh, have you?
Yes, I wanted to tell you how sorry I am about Dave. I know how close you were getting, and it must be a terrible shock for you.
That is so phony.
What?
All that drippy sympathy. I'm not buying any of that from you.
Listen, Karen, I know you're upset, but...
Oh, well, what about you? Weren't you upset about Dave and me? I mean, you were in love with him, weren't you? And then I came along and took him away?
You must be out of your mind. I was never in love with Dave.
Barnaby! This was long. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh. Well, I've been looking all over for you two. I just finished talking to Lieutenant Biddle.
Does he know anything about the Kemper tapes?
There weren't any. His men scoured that apartment from top to bottom. They were looking for some sort of suicide message. There wasn't tape 1 anywhere in the apartment.
Well, it doesn't make sense with all that tape equipment around.
Did he have anything else to say?
Only a message from the coroner that there were no bee stings on Kemper's body. Does that mean something?
Could mean that he was already dead by the time they released the bees in his apartment.
Oh, I started the background check that you wanted on Kemper. I got the copies of his transcripts from the administration people here, but there are a lot of things that really don't match up.
Things like what?
Well, first of all, he was supposed to have played football
College, back east. Lineman. But don't they usually put their big 200-pounders on the line?
You sure do. Kemper was about 165, according to the coroner's report. That might have made him a running back, but never a lineman.
Another thing, Kemper minored in art, won all sorts of awards. But I haven't been able to find a mention of any kind of artwork or connection with art since he's been here on campus.
Maybe he gave it up?
Maybe, but Jedediah, did you see any paintings or artwork in his apartment when we were there?
Well, now that you mention it, no, I didn't. Nothing.
Might bear looking into to discover who this David Kemper really was.
You don't think he was who he said he was?
One way to find out.
That ring finger's smudged. Better give us another go at it.
Would you rather wait outside?
No.
I would. I still get squeamish after all these years. Autopsies are worse.
Hi.
Oh, J.R., don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Did you find out anything, Jedediah?
Yeah, I found out that Jeff Saunders lied like a rug. He never took the midterm exam in Kemper's course. As a matter of fact, he's well on his way to flunking political science, which would keep him from graduating with his class, among other things.
What else?
I lucked onto an administration secretary who once dated Jeff. She says he has wealthy parents, and he's been getting by on charm up until now. But she says his dad is fed up. Laid down the law and said if he doesn't graduate on schedule, he's going to cut him off at the pockets, maybe for good.
Sounds like the boy had a lot riding on Kemper passing him.
Or on running Kemper off the campus before he could fail him. I would say that Jeff Saunders has a few more questions to answer.
I'll start these through for an ID check. I'll let you know as soon as I have anything.
Thank you, Lieutenant. I'll be interested in learning whether the dead man is really Dave Kemper.
Hi, Karen. Been thinking about my offer?
I'm busy, Jeff.
Well, are you too busy for me?
Few of us less fortunate souls have to work our way through school. So unless you're going to check out a book, how about getting lost?
You know, you keep talking like that, I'm gonna think you don't like me anymore.
Hi, Nick. Ooh, it's a heavy course. Good luck. See you later.
Look, can't we go someplace where we can talk? Huh?
I'm working.
You want me to fix it? Where's the head librarian?
Jeff, go away. Just get out of my life. If you don't leave right now, I'll call the campus police and have them take you out of here.
You haven't got the guts.
Will you ring the campus security office, please? Alice, would you take over for me? I'm late for my break.
Sure, Karen. Go ahead.
Thanks. Did you find them?
Went over Kemper's apartment from floor to ceiling. They just aren't there.
I was in contact with our people last night. They're very upset about the way you messed things up.
Hey, look. We were sent here to silence Kemper anyway. I just did it ahead of schedule, that's all.
We were sent here to find those tapes. then deal with Kemper and the woman if she's here, too. Now we may not get the tapes or the woman.
I didn't plan it that way. I was just using the chair and the noose to break him down, to make him talk. It was working, too. He was just about to tell me when that damn chair slipped. About the dean's wife. You checked her out yet?
I'm working on it. Her reaction yesterday wasn't exactly what you'd expect if she was in love with him. But I'm positive they were secretly seeing each other. Listen, why don't we have lunch sometime and talk about this? Get him. Come on.
Karen, please.
Do it.
I won't say anything. I promise. Karen!
Okay, take care of it.
Barnaby, I just got off the phone with Lieutenant Biddle. He'd like you to meet them over at the college right away.
Something happened.
They found Jeff Saunders in the library basement. He's dead.
Come on, J.R.
You were saying, Miss Bateman?
Just that I guess I was the last one to see him alive. We were talking in there at the checkout desk where I work. Then I went on my break. I thought Jeff left, but I guess he went down into the stacks to look for a book. Slipped going down the stairs.
That's what it looks like, all right. An accident.
Well, of course. What else could it have been?
All right, Miss Bateman, thank you for your time.
If there's anything else I can do.
If there is, we'll be in touch.
You know, I will bet money that Jeff is behind all those pranks on Kemper. Now he turns up dead.
Still reads like accident to me, but sure makes you wonder what's going on in this temple of higher learning.
There's a familiar-looking face.
Bonnie! Wait up! Look, will you guys just leave me alone?
No hassle, relax. We just want to ask you a few questions, okay? No big deal, huh? No hassle, come on. Step into our office here.
I got nothing to tell you.
Why, because your friend Jeff isn't around to lie for you anymore?
We're sorry you lost your friend, buddy.
A lot of people didn't like Jeff. But, it wasn't that bad. We were best friends, you know?
And I guess you helped him out when he asked you like best friends do. For instance, the other night, you helped him put the bees in Kemper's apartment, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, we were there. But look, Kemper was already hanging there dead when we got in. Look, I went along with Jeff, and we did a lot of rotten things to Kemper in the last couple of months, but look, I mean, I'd never go along with killing.
I expect you're telling the truth, son, but you're gonna have to talk this all out with the police, you know.
I know. I know. It'll be good to get it off my chest. Listen, we noticed that Kemper had a tape player and some dictation equipment, but no tapes. You guys didn't take his tapes, did you? No. No, nothing like that. You see, word was around that Kemper was working on some secret project of his own. And Jeff wanted to find out what it was, but he never could. That was just another thing that got him burned at Kemper.
Sounds like there were a number of things that he was burned at Kemper about. There's something else besides the fact that he flunked Kemper's class?
Well, that was the main thing. Well, I don't know. He didn't like it that Kemper took Karen away from him. Or that Kemper had that romance with that other woman, Mrs. Carson.
What do you mean, the dean's wife?
Well, this Kemper fella gets more interesting by the moment.
Isn't this delightful? We had an unexpected visitor while we were both out. I think I scared him off. But he certainly was busy up until then. You afraid the burglar took these?
Oh, thank God.
I found them when I started straightening up. I wonder if he missed them, the way you had them squirreled away over there.
Ray, don't torment me.
What's on these tapes, anyway? Romantic interludes between you and Kemper?
Is that what you really think of me?
What am I supposed to think? With all the deviousness, the sneaking around, giving him money behind my back. Well, it's time I found out the worst. They say knowing beats guessing every time.
Please, please give them to me. You don't know how important they are.
That's what I'm going to find out. I may give them back to you, Doris. But first, I'm going to listen to them in my office.
Please, if you ever cared anything about me, if you ever loved me.
Betty, this is terrific. How'd you come up with this stuff?
Once Lieutenant Biddle sent over the fingerprint identification report, it was really all downhill.
Was there a real David Kemper?
Mm-hmm, but he died 6 years ago in an auto crash in Nebraska. And this man took his identity. With, I suspect, some government help, although all the people I've talked to have been real cozy about it.
And the man we thought was David Kemper was really a terrorist who turned government informant.
As John said, fingerprints don't lie. Oh, this photograph that John gave me is interesting. It shows the underground cell that Kemper belonged to.
Yeah, there's Kemper, all right. Well, small world.
What am I looking for?
The one with the glasses. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me, that is the dean's wife, Doris Carson.
Any luck?
No. And I almost got caught by Carson going through the house.
That means Doris is going to be alerted that we're on to her.
That's right.
Okay. Can't lay back any longer. Pick them both up. We'll have to deal with them directly.
And after the post office bombing, we were joined by Angela Bryant and Thomas Erickson, demolitions experts, sent down by the central cell to make sure we got better results next time out. Doris, check me on the spelling of Tom's last name. Was it E-R-I-C or E-R-I-K? I'm darned if I can remember.
With a C, I'm pretty sure.
And how many bombings did he and Angela handle for us?
4, I think. No, 5, counting the one the police found and defused before it went off. Then they blew themselves up accidentally, making more bombs in that house in Trenton. Did I tell you I walked out of that place not 10 minutes before it went up?
No, you didn't. We're lucky we all didn't get killed that year. Everything went sour. Okay, let's get that in, about the bomb factory in Trenton blowing up.
So now you know.
Was he writing a book?
Yeah, I was helping him.
What was it about?
About our days in the underground, before he changed sides and I deserted. Oh, he was taking it further than that. It was a whole history of the terrorist movement in this country. That money I gave him, that was for an informer who was involved in the Washington and Oregon cells.
Is that why Kemper was killed? Someone in the underground finally caught up with him?
Yeah, it must have been. Ray, since Dave is not going to get to write that book, I've decided to take the tapes into the authorities myself.
You can't do that.
I have to. Listen, there's information that Dave never gave the government. It's important information that could cripple what's left of the movement.
But you just said that you dropped out. You didn't have a deal with the government. There's stuff on that tape that could put you in prison for Lord knows how long.
Maybe not. Maybe not if I go in voluntarily.
No. I can't take a chance on losing you now. I'll think of something. We'll, go away together. Disappear.
Ray, I have to do this. The government needs those tapes.
We can, lock them safely away and notify the FBI when we're out of reach.
You'd do that? You'd give up everything?
Let me, lock these up in the sideboard for now. Let's get out of here.
All right, stay calm. Now, you're gonna drive just where I tell you to, and you won't give me any trouble. Or your wife dies first. Let's go. All right. Now, if I were you, I wouldn't move from that spot.
You sure nobody's gonna come in here?
They lock this place up during the spring vacation. Only the custodian can get in.
That way. Come on, let's go. Okay, come on, this way.
Come on now.
Who are you really, Karen? I think we can figure that out without trying too hard. We want those tapes, Doris. I don't know what you're talking about, but listen, if you think you can do this, you're crazy. Oh, yes, I can do this. And more. You know, you were one of us once. You know what we do to traitors. The tapes. You'll never get your hands on those tapes.
Gosh, hold it.
That's all right. I want him to see.
I've got to help her. She's not a good swimmer.
Get away from the edge, Doris. Out into the deep water.
You can't do that. She'll go under.
Yes, she will. And I'll let her. If you're not back here with those tapes, so you better get them fast.
I know where they are. Let's go.
Well, maybe the dean knows where his wife is.
Something going on, wouldn't you say?
Come on, man, come on. Is this all of them?
You think I'd hold out on you now, for God's sakes? Please, let's get back there.
Are we interrupting anything? I call the campus police. Hold him till they get here.
Keep fighting, Doris. You're putting on a terrific show.
Put the gun down, Miss Bateman. End of the line, Miss Bateman. Drop the gun right there. Your underground days are over.
Then you're gonna have to kill me.
If your choice is martyrdom, you've got it.
Hey, have you got a dime? Yeah, sure. And I forgot all about Irma, crazy Irma.
You mean you still don't have a date for this dinner tonight?
Well, my problems will be solved as soon as I talk to old... Oh, no.
What?
I already talked to her. I forgot. I give up.
You know, JR, there still is someone that you could ask who would be more than happy to help you out.
Who?
Her name's Betty.
Betty Jones, you would do that for me, huh?
Gotta uphold the honor of the Jones name, right?
You are terrific, you know that?
Come on, we're gonna miss Barnaby.
All right, just as soon as I call a florist and order you the prettiest corsage you can make.
Charge to whom?
I'll pay Barnaby back, he knows that.
And after leaving the cell, I spent nearly 2 years hiding from the authorities, as well as the members of my own group, who by now had orders to kill me on sight. Then, through the grapevine, I heard about a college instructor who was willing to pay for information on underground activities. When I contacted him, I found it was an old friend, now known as David Kemper, from my days with the movement. He helped get me established at Rutledge University, where I met and married my husband, Raymond Carson.
That girl could have dropped those tapes in the trash and not opened up to anyone, you know.
Mm-hmm. I know. Would you have let her get away with that, Barnaby?
Well, all I can say is I'm glad I didn't have to make the decision.
All right. I'll do what I can. A The feds are gonna love what's on those tapes, I know. I have a feeling the court will go easy on her.
Well, they'd better after what she's been through.
Amen to that. What is this? I got 3 Joneses telling me what to do now? There's a real pushy streak in your family, you know that?
Barnaby, did you see JR's knuckles? They're a mess.
Yeah, well, you should see the other guy.
Yeah, he fights like a tiger. Knocked a guy out with one blow. I didn't know you were that tough. How'd you learn to fight like that, Jedediah?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. All the time that I was growing up, I used to take on anybody who'd call me Jedediah.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Sheriff, with guest stars Ed Power, Joan Pringle. Tonight's episode, The Deadly Valentine.
Thank you.
Thought you lost me, huh?
No, but I was beginning to wonder if something had happened.
Not a chance. Got your key?
Oh. You know, Pete, I still can't get used to the idea that I need a bodyguard.
That's a crying shame. A nice girl like you has to put out good money for protection like this. You know, Miss Kelly, all I'd like to do is to get my hands on that creep. He's got to be a real sicko, you know? Okay in there. If you don't mind my saying, you keep the place real neat.
Thank you, Pete.
Well, everything looks A-okay, as usual. Now, you're gonna have yourself a real good night's sleep tonight, right, Miss Kelly?
That's something I'm really looking forward to, Pete.
Now, remember, if you need me, I'll be right outside my car.
Thank you, Pete, and good night.
Good night.
Thanks, Joe. Now, what do you think? Hmm?
Perfect? Perfect.
Yeah, Barnaby? What do you think?
Well, what?
The lamp.
I like any kind of a lamp with a 150-watt bulb in it.
You're some help. Come on, JR, you tell me.
Look, will you trust me? It's a terrific lamp, and it looks great there.
You really like the lamp that much?
I ought to. I gave it to you for Christmas.
Oh, come on. I was taking you seriously.
This time of night, the only thing to take seriously is a fond farewell. Come on, Jedediah. We got a heavy day tomorrow.
Oh, that's just swell. Right when I'm getting down to unwrapping the dishes.
Sorry, kid. Dishes is women's work.
I always knew it. Chauvinist. Oh.
Well, will you look at this? You know, with all these housewarming presents you're getting, you move every couple of months, you can make out like a bandit.
Right. Although I really haven't told that many people I was moving.
Well, you must have told somebody. Let's see what they got you here.
Oh.
A Valentine.
And it's not even Valentine's Day. Check the corridor.
Barnaby, I know what you're thinking, those awful headlines, but good heavens, there are a lot of stores that carry this shaped box all year round.
I'd feel a lot better if I knew who sent it.
Nothing. Street's clear, too.
You know, we're going to feel very foolish. Let's find out who this is from. How much do I love they let me count the ways?
I will very soon. You're next.
The lab boys are double-checking the candy box and the note.
Double-checking. Just what does it take, John, to tell whether it came from the Valentine killer or not?
Barnaby, I'm as worried about Betty as you are. But there's just no way to be sure that pasted-up note is the same as the ones the killer sent his victims.
What about the candy?
Sold by the carload in every drug and dime store in the country.
These phone conversations. I don't find anywhere in this file that you managed to tape any of them.
No, we got into it too late each time. The first two victims, Doreen Lockwood, Elsie Barton, according to friends, both thought it was just somebody who had a crush on them from afar. Now, this one, Linda Kelly, didn't come to us until the killer had started sending her photographs of herself.
According to the newspapers, that's generally just before he strikes.
That's the pattern. First gift, then ugly phone calls, and more gifts. And then finally, I guess, when he grows tired of the game, he sends them pictures. Shortly after that, he kills.
And doesn't leave any clues?
No. No, he may be nuts, but he's not dumb. No fingerprints. Even develops his own pictures. Not one lead.
Lieutenant?
Yeah.
Excuse me. This just came in. Hi, Mr. Jones.
Oh, hello, Will.
I just heard about Betty. She okay?
So far?
What is this, Sergeant?
Devonshire Division. They uncovered a woman's body in a shallow grave. Looks like she's been dead about a week.
Strangled?
No, it's not the Valentine killer. This lady's been stabbed several times. We're going to check her fingerprints for identification.
Well, stay with it. Bring me the coroner's report as soon as it comes in.
Yes, sir. Nice to see you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
Well, Barnaby, why don't you go on home and get some sleep?
You know, there's one thing about all this that doesn't seem to fit.
What's that?
It's timing. In each case, the killer waited 3 or 4 weeks before contacting his next victim. In Betty's case, he only waited 24 hours after killing Linda Kelly.
Could be he's getting overconfident.
Could be. I thought we agreed that you were going to stay home today.
That was last night.
Yeah, you know, something to do with a woman's right to change her mind.
And not letting herself get frightened into a corner by that Valentine maniac. I mean, Barnaby, if I hide at home, like a scared rabbit, I'm already his victim.
Is that your opinion, too, Jedediah?
Don't look at me. You know Betty, she has a whim of iron.
And Barnaby, it is better if I stay here and keep busy instead of sitting home worrying.
All right. And JR, would you get that copy of the file that Lieutenant Biddle gave me?
Mm-hmm. Barnaby. There's somebody out there. Okay, pal, what are you doing out there?
It's all right, Jedediah. Come in, Will.
Thanks, Mr. Jones. Hello, Betty.
Will, what a surprise.
Will Gowan, Sergeant, LAPD.
I don't care if you're Friar Tuck of the L.A. Rams. You should not be lurking out there like a second-story man. What's the matter with you?
This is my cousin, Jedediah Jones. We're a little nervous around here, Will. Sure you can understand.
Sure. I'm sorry. I should have let you know I was out there. Been much too long, Betty.
Give or take a year or so. What are you doing here, Will?
Oh, it's my job, lady. My job. I'm one of your new bodyguards.
My what?
How come?
Lieutenant Biddle got it straight from the chief. The department has no intention of letting Betty become the fourth victim.
That's ridiculous. I mean, I have Barnaby and JR to look after me. No offense, Will, but I mean, that's the last thing I need is to go tripping over a mob of bodyguards.
Don't worry. I'll stay out of your way. But orders are orders.
Well, since we have to put up with you, maybe you can help.
Any way I can.
Problem is that somebody has to go through this file and see if they can find a common denominator between these victims and Betty, which would point to the killer.
Well, before you go through that file, why don't you have Betty talk to Ellen Ashley?
Ashley, the roommate of the second victim, Doreen Lockwood?
Right. Now, her description was very vague, but it might trip something in Betty's mind.
Miss Ashley?
Mr. Jones.
Miss Ashley, this is Betty Jones.
Hello. The next girl most likely to, huh? You take care of yourself, you hear?
Thanks. And I'd like to thank you for taking time out to talk to us.
Have you had a chance to think about what we spoke of on the phone?
It's no use, Mr. Jones. There's nothing more I can tell her about the Valentine case than I've already told the police.
Sometimes it's more helpful to hear the words instead of reading them in a police file.
Okay, but remember, it was dark, and I only caught a glimpse of the man.
In his late 30s, I believe you said.
Let's walk. I've got to get back. Could have been in his early 40s, over 6 foot and thin.
According to your statement, he was wearing nondescript clothes.
Dark pants, maybe blue jeans, a light-colored rain jacket, a hat. Oh, yeah, and crepe or thick rubber-soled shoes. Now, I remember that because he didn't make a sound when he walked on the hallway floor. It's made of tile.
Can you think of anything else? Anything at all?
Well, as I was going up the stairs to the apartment, I glanced around just as he was coming out the front door. Now, it seems to me he stooped a little bit, like he was lame in the right leg. That's it. That's all I can tell you.
One more long shot. Doreen and his last victim had one thing in common. They both worked in this general neighborhood. Now, did Doreen ever mention meeting someone who struck her as acting strangely?
No, not that kind of strange. Well, look, I sure hope they catch him before he...
Right. Thank you so much, Ellen.
Hi.
Hi.
How'd it go with the roommate?
Not too well, I'm afraid. At least nothing that she could remember rang any bells.
Did Barnaby come back with you?
No.
Oh, well, do you know when he's coming back? Because I worked out a terrific theory I want to try on him.
Well, I don't know when he's coming back, but he did stop off at Lieutenant Biddle's for a meeting.
Oh, terrific. I can try it out on both of them. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye. You know, speaking of bells, it seems to me I heard the lunch bell. About 1:15, you know.
Oh, Will, I really have to get with this typing. I'll tell you what. You go on and take your time, and if you don't mind, bring me back a ham and Swiss on rye.
Wrong. I can't leave you alone.
All right. Bring us both back a couple of sandwiches. The deli's just down the street.
You come with me.
Will, I'll be all right. Listen, I'll lock the door right behind you.
I want to hear that door lock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it.
And hold the mayo.
Barnaby Jones' office. May I help you?
Roses are red, violets are blue. All of my dreams are only for you.
Who is this?
The one who loves you, sends you presents, thinks only of you. You.
I've been waiting for your call.
Liar. You're like all the rest. Liars.
No. No, I'm not. I thought perhaps we could meet. Would you like that? Maybe we could meet, and I could prove to you that I'm not like all the others.
We'll meet, all right. Oh, yes, we will. Until then, I'll be watching you. Day and night. I'll be watching.
How do you feel?
Awful.
Really awful.
What did you leave her alone for? If I knew you were going to do a boneheaded thing like that, I never would have left.
You're right, it was boneheaded.
Now stop it, you two. Let's be fair. After all, it wasn't as though I was face to face with the man. Could have been calling from 100 miles away.
Mm-hmm, or 100 feet.
You're not going to get any brownie points for telling the man that you wanted to see him. We don't want to rile him up and cause him to hurry his schedule, now do we?
I know. It's just he made me so angry. I wanted to see him so I could hurt him. I mean, really hurt him. I've never felt things like that before.
I can understand how you feel, Betty. But next time you arrange to get yourself out on a limb that way, make sure one of us is around to catch you.
Okay, boss. What's next?
Well, Jedediah may have the answer to that. He was trying to explain a theory to me and Lieutenant Biddle when we got Will's call.
Yeah, well, it's something that hit me when I was checking the Valentine file. I noticed that 2 of the victims, Linda Kelly and Elsie Barton, didn't drive. They didn't own cars. They took the bus to and from their jobs.
Yeah, but Doreen Lockwood did own a car and she did drive. So what?
Well, the so what is that Doreen's car was in the shop being repaired for 3 days prior to her death.
So you feel that if Doreen took the bus for those 3 days, that's the common denominator?
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but the Barton girl didn't work anywhere near Lafayette Park.
Even so, she and Linda Kelly took the same bus line, which is the same one that Doreen would have had to take, the Parkcrest line.
The park? Barnaby, when I was apartment hunting and I lent Marge my car, I rode on the Parkcrest bus a couple of times.
Betty, when you get back to the office, call the bus line. Get the Parkcrest schedule, also the names of all the drivers who worked it. You and I are going to have another talk with Doreen's roommate. Come on.
What's the secret, Betty?
What?
I've been watching you look at Barnaby and JR. What does it take to put that kind of love in your eyes?
Oh, well, they're family.
So outsiders still don't stand a chance, huh?
I thought surely by now you'd given up on me.
So did I. But then all of this happened, and suddenly we're right back there again. I'm swinging, and you're ducking.
Well, as long as you wear velvet gloves, neither of us is going to get hurt.
Raise the arm. It's still not right. Loosen that one up. They're too rigid. I want a natural look.
Hello again, Miss Ashley.
Really, Mr. Jones, I thought we were finished. This display has to be ready by tonight.
Well, this will only take a moment of your time. This is my associate, Jedediah Jones.
Hi.
Hi. Lower the arm and fix the scar. I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. What did you want to know?
How about Doreen Lockwood? When her car was being repaired, did she take the bus to work?
No, she never took a bus.
Are you sure about that?
Positive. Doreen got uptight riding in crowds. It gave her claustrophobia, so she only took cabs. Would you excuse me a minute? Smooth out the sweater.
Well, that blows my great theory.
Not necessarily. Maybe we just picked the wrong ride.
What do you mean?
Didn't the file say that Linda Kelly took a cab home the night she was murdered?
Yeah, but that was out of the ordinary. Mostly she just took buses.
And can't we assume that the other victims occasionally took a cab?
Oh, yeah. We know Betty uses a cab. That could be the common denominator for all of them.
Pull the other one down. Yeah, right. Good. Good, that's much better.
Miss Ashley.
Double the chain. Okay.
When your roommate took these cabs to work in the morning...
No, Doreen never took a cab to work. A neighbor gave us rides in the morning.
Well, then she just took cabs home.
And when she went shopping.
Well, how did she get these cabs? Did she call up, or did she hail one?
Oh, I don't know. The only time we ever rode home together, we walked to a taxi stand.
Is that around here in the park area?
Yes, over by the south entrance.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Come on, Jedediah.
Tighten the blouse.
Mr. Pearson, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
Oh, you look so busy, I didn't want to interrupt. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you.
Oh, that's all right, I'm just a little skitterish these days. What can I do for you?
I was hoping to see Barnaby.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's not in. Is it about the quarterly tax return?
Oh, no, nothing to do with that.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I think something suspicious is going on in this building, and I thought Barnaby ought to know about it.
What do you mean, suspicious?
Betty, there's someone prowling around in our hallway, and this is not the first time I've spotted him. Good heavens, Betty!
He'll be all right. Just show me where he is.
Oh! He'll be all right. Come on. He was just down the hall. He's still there.
All right.
What's the matter? What's wrong?
It's all right. It's all right. It's just Mr. Pearson. He's Barnaby's tax consultant down the hall.
Then what are you doing with a gun?
Well, he thought you looked suspicious out there.
You two know each other.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Pearson. This is Sergeant Gower from LAPD. He knows I can't stand cigars, so he goes outside to smoke. I just forgot he was in the hall. I'm sorry.
With all these guns around, no wonder people are always shooting each other.
Betty, I'll give up cigars, you give up the gun, huh?
Oh, well, this is really beginning to get to me.
Okay, Charlie, pick up passenger at the corner of Broadway and 3rd. And pronto, Tonto, the lady's pregnant. Walt, the tow truck's on its way. Now, the rest of you guys, I'm taking a break, so bug off for a while, unless it's emergency. Sorry, gentlemen. I guess I could say you picked a bad time, but it's always like this. Where were we?
You were telling us about the cab stand at Lafayette and 8th.
Oh, yeah, it always gets a lot of action. Most of the drivers like to work there because there's a lot of short trips.
Well, how many drivers would you say service that stand?
Oh, about 12 to 14 operate out of there regular. Yeah, there's a roster we used last week.
Well, we're looking for a driver who's about 40. He's tall and thin. He walks with a limp. Anybody on this list for that description?
Man, they come and go in this outfit. I just know their names.
You mind if we keep this list?
No, I got copies.
Hey, Marty. Driver right there by the gas pump.
Why don't somebody clean this heap? Oh, that's Ed Wilson. His name's on that list. But he's kind of a gypsy. He operates out of Lafayette Park one day, then Union Station the next.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Collins. You've been a big help.
Always glad to oblige.
Well, are we just gonna let him get away?
Yeah. So we're sure he's the right man.
Which one's yours?
Oh, the little red one over here.
Okay, I'm across the street. You can drive me to my car. Then I'll follow you home.
Well, it's really not necessary.
We'll do it my way, okay?
Yes, sir. Will.
Don't touch it. We will be together soon, my darling.
Mr. Jones, if that display isn't finished.
Bear with us just a little bit longer, Miss Ashley.
Yeah, just think what it would mean if one of those drivers was the guy in the hallway.
Here comes another one. Is that the man you saw, Miss Ashley?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Could it be him?
It could be him. He's tall enough. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but I can't. I just can't.
Well, thank you for trying.
Well, here goes our last chance.
I'm not so sure. Is there an address for Wilson on that registry?
Yep, right there.
All right. Let's go have a look around.
Still moving in, as you can see.
I promise not to notice. It's a great apartment, Betty. What a beautiful view.
For looking out or looking in. The drapes were supposed to be delivered this morning. I wonder what happened to them.
Well, I can speak to the manager on the way out if you like.
I wonder how many people are watching me right now. I wonder if he is.
Betty, don't.
I have the strangest feeling his eyes are on me right now. That he watches me all the time.
That's enough.
Why me? Why? What did I do to attract him? And how does he know what I'm doing and where I'm going?
Betty, I told you to forget it. Now, you're in your own home. You're being guarded 24 hours a day. He can't touch you. I've got to make my call into the office. I want you to go and take a nice hot bath.
Oh, I don't think I could.
Listen, I promise you, I won't leave until my replacement arrives, okay? Now, you go on and do it.
All right, maybe a hot bath would help.
Yeah, this is Gowan. Let me speak to Murdoch, please. Ed, we're back at the apartment now. Okay, when? Okay, you tell him I'll wait for him here. Yeah. Bye-bye. Relief is on his way. Sergeant Bonner.
Well, I'm going to take my bath now. And just in case you're gone, I just wanted to thank you for everything. Well, please.
Okay. I'll go speak to your manager about your drapes. I'll wait for Bonner downstairs in the lobby. You lock the door after me. Bye.
Thank you.
This is it. All right, what are we looking for?
We won't know till we find it. Get it, Diane.
This is it.
Better call Lieutenant Biddle. Drop it right now.
Hello?
Betty, it's all over.
What?
Valentine killer. They've got him in custody. Lieutenant Biddle is booking him now.
Oh, Barnaby, are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. He confessed to the 3 killings. Betty, it's really over.
I just can't believe it.
Tell him we ought to celebrate.
Tell him I heard that. And I'm on.
Get all dressed up. We'll all go out to dinner. How's that sound?
That's terrific. Only hurry, all right?
We're on our way.
Listen, Barnaby, tell JR that I...
Sorry, I'm not who you expected, Betty.
But I'm not jealous, because soon I'll be the only man in your life. Watch for me. I'm very close.
If it's not out already, I'll see what I can do to keep it under wraps.
Good.
John, does Will know anything about all this?
Well, Lieutenant, if he does, you better tell him to cool it.
Will? Will Gowan?
Yeah. You assigned him to guard Betty.
No, no. I never gave Gowan that detail. He's supposed to have the week off. I assigned Sergeant Taylor to the first shift. It's Lieutenant Biddle. Talk to Sergeant Taylor, please.
Betty, what happened between you and Will last year?
We dated a few times. He was fun. I enjoyed his company. He just got too serious too soon. That's all. And I broke it off.
Taylor, tell PR to be sure to keep Wilson's arrest under wraps. And Taylor, who shifted around the duty roster? Well, why doesn't somebody tell me these things? All right. All right, anything else? Yeah? How long ago? Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll be right there. Well, we just got an ID on that dead woman we found in Devonshire. Mary Alice Watkins, no address.
What about Will Gowan?
He traded duty with Sergeant Taylor. He wanted it, for personal reasons. Betty will round up a couple of men to keep an eye on you.
It won't be necessary. Jedediah and I'll take the duty tonight.
I guess that'll be all right. I'll check with you later.
What's wrong, Betty?
I was just trying to remember where I heard that name before.
What name?
Mary Alice Watkins. It's really familiar.
How come?
I don't know. Mary Alice Watkins. I wrote it down. I did. I wrote it down in your appointment book about, it has to be 2 weeks ago. I just can't remember why. Hoping that there's some clue as to why I made the notation in the first place. Oh, no.
How did he get in to put that there?
When does it stop?
Take it easy, Betty. Remember why we're here.
There are pages missing.
A whole week missing. From 22nd to 29th of last month. Must have been when JR and I were up at Coverton.
That's right. Well, you wouldn't have had any appointments at that time anyway.
Well, then why did you write down Mary Alice Watkins?
I wrote it down for Henry Pearson.
Our accountant down the hall?
Yes. He came in looking for you. He had had a fight with his girlfriend, and he was positive that she had run off with another man, and he wanted you to look for them.
Henry Pearson?
What did you tell him?
Well, I said you didn't handle those kind of investigations, and that seemed to upset him. So I wrote down her name and told him that I would mention it to you when you got back.
I don't recall that.
Well, that's because the next morning he came in and was very apologetic and said that he had made up with his girl and for me to forget about it.
Barnaby, what do you think?
I think it's time to talk to Mr. Pearson.
You're right, I'll go with you.
I want you to stay here. I don't want Betty left alone.
Mr. Jones, didn't know you were working late tonight.
Well, you know how it is. Mr. Pearson said he had some papers for me to sign.
Well, Mr. Pearson left about 10 minutes ago. Said he was going out to get a bite to eat.
Sounds like he'll be back. I'll wait for him.
Sure, you do that. If I see him, I'll tell him you're here.
Thanks, Joe.
JR, I think there's some clean cups on top of my filing cabinet.
Look at it.
Thanks, honey. Oh, JR, if they're not on top of the cabinet, look on the low table. JR, what are you doing? JR, honey, what are you doing? JR! Oh.
Stop it. Hold it! Stay back! Oh, kill her on the spot.
Put that away, Henry. You don't want to hurt Betty.
Mr. Pearson, please. Shut up! She knows too much. She's the only one who knew.
That Mary Alice Watkins was your girl. And you killed her.
She deserved it. A lying little tramp. No one had to know about Mary and me, but I made the mistake of telling Betty.
And that's why you pretended to be the Valentine killer to terrify Betty.
I had to erase it from her mind. Kill her, in case they found Mary and connected me to her murder.
But now it's too late. We all know.
And then I'll have to kill you all. They'll think it was that Valentine man.
But the police have him in custody. It won't work. Give it up, Henry.
No. I've got to get out of here.
Well, go. Leave Betty here.
No. I need a head start. She's coming with me.
Don't do it, Henry.
Stay back. Don't try to stop us or I'll kill her. I'll lay you. Open it. Stay back.
Pearson's taking Betty. We can't let him get out of the building. You all right?
I'm fine. Let's go.
Take a stair.
Joe, that's an emergency. Open his box.
Come on, Joe. Don't fumble now. Count 10. Turn the power back on.
Where'd we stop? They pulled some trick.
Mr. Pearson, these old pillies. Everything's breaking down all the time, you know that.
A trick. It's a trick. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
With love, Barnaby. Oh, thank you, kind sir.
Barnaby?
Affectionately, Will. Thank you, kind sir. And I wonder what this is from. Love and kisses, JR. Well, I'll tell you the truth, gentlemen. I love you all, but I honestly don't know what this is all about. I mean, the next thing I have to celebrate is my birthday, which is about 6 months away.
It was Barnaby's idea, and I think it was a good one, don't you?
I think it was a terrific idea to get your mind off all those dumb Valentine presents, you know.
Oh, I get it. Sort of the hair of the dog that bit me, is that it?
Sort of.
Well, I'll tell you, fellas, you really didn't have to worry about me at all. I mean, it's amazing how quickly a gal can get over being frightened of receiving gifts, especially when they're from 3 super fellas.
Well, I don't know about the leisure class, but I have to get to work.
Oh.
Well, before you go, I have a confession to make.
Wait a minute. If it has to do with why you got suspicious about my pressing for the job of protecting Betty, you don't have to say anything. Lieutenant Biddle already spoke to me.
Fear makes people do funny things. You forgive us?
Sure. If you'll have dinner with me tomorrow night.
Well, if you make it lunch, it's a date.
Still ducking, huh? Well, I'll still be in there swinging. Goodbye.
Well, gentlemen, I want to tell you that I have a surprise for you. I'm going to pick up the check.
I don't believe it. You were right.
Right about what?
Well, I had a hunch that you may try to repay us for helping you move.
So he paid the check in advance.
To a lot of happiness in your new apartment.
Oh, that's nice.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Sheriff, with guest stars Mary Ann Chin, Ray Danton, Brian Montgomery, Andy Jarrell, Quinn Redeker. Special guest star Cassie Yates. Tonight's episode, Duet for Danger.
Okay, girls, that's great. Now let's rehearse the costume change. You've got to do it in 3 minutes, so move it.
Well, could you hear us back there?
Yeah, but I don't think it'll bother anybody.
So what'd you ever direct? The roller derby?
Well, come on, Pearl. It's obvious she's tone deaf.
That cow. One of these days, I'm going to forget what Mama taught us about being ladies.
I know what you mean.
What are you looking at, you creep?
The idea is to keep that guard busy for 5 minutes, not to go scaring them off.
Like we've been telling you, Maxine, honey, your ideas and our ideas do not coincide.
There is no more time for your lip. Floyd's been out there too long. Somebody will spot the car.
You do not seem to understand, Maxine. We do not want to spoil our chances for parole. Besides, we got our careers to think of, right?
Your careers? You're in for murder.
Manslaughter, and it wasn't really our fault, right? Right.
You don't do like I told you. You'll need a plastic surgeon to put you together again. If he can find all the pieces. Understand?
What's going on in there?
Please, it's my sister. She didn't feel well.
What's wrong with her?
Well, I'm sure it's nothing that a little fresh air wouldn't cure.
Fresh air?
I'll take care of her. You stay here.
Oh, my, I feel better already.
Still feel weak to me.
No, that's better.
You know, I've been watching you, Pearl.
I know.
I don't mean that. See, you ain't like the rest of these barracuda in here.
An opening act, that's all you'll ever be.
I think we're in on this. What are we going to do?
Do you remember what Mama used to say about being hung as a sheep for a lamb? Well, I think that's what she had in mind. Let's get out of here.
Is that you girls?
Sure is.
Hey, where's Maxine and Angel?
The guard spotted us. We had to split up. They're waiting up there at the north corner of the fence.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Looky here.
I do believe that fate provides for artists in mysterious ways. You drive. Okay.
Now, let me get this straight, Miss
Wells, Mr. Jones. Mary Beth Wells?
Miss Wells. You say that you were rehearsing for your wedding last night, and the young man that you were to marry mysteriously disappeared.
Just like that, Mr. Jones. We were standing in this little room at the church waiting for the minister when all of a sudden he looked out the window and saw a young lady standing in front of the sunrise.
I thought you said it was night.
Oh, that's the name of his van. He calls it that because it has a picture of a sunrise painted on the side.
Sounds logical.
Well, anyway, he told me that maybe she was trying to steal something, so he went out to investigate. When he didn't come back after a few minutes, I went up to see if anything was wrong. Well, the young lady was gone, but then so was my fiancé and the sunrise.
Did you try calling a young man at home?
Well, he lives in his van, but I went to where he keeps it parked, the Canyon trailer spot on Ventura. I waited there half the night, but he never showed up. He wasn't there this morning either.
You know, Miss Wells, It's kind of a sad truth, but sometimes a young fella gets cold feet right before the big day.
I thought about that, Mr. Jones. I can't believe that that's the case here. It was Lester's idea to get married in the first place.
Lester who?
Lester Gibson. You remember him, don't you, Mr. Jones?
Yes, yes, I do.
Well, that's why I came to you. Lester told me how you helped him out of that trouble with those two singers a while back.
Betty,
Yeah?
we still have this morning's paper?
Mm-hmm.
Would you bring it in, please? Miss Wells, are you sure you didn't see two young ladies standing in front of Lester's van?
Here you are, Barnaby.
No, just one. Why?
Well, the two singers that Lester was involved with, the Starshine sisters, escaped from prison last night. Either of these two look like the one you saw?
Well, I don't know. It was pretty dark.
Barnaby, do you think those two girls have Lester?
Jedediah, where the Starshine sisters are involved, the possibilities boggle the mind.
Pearl, why do I have this strange feeling that it was a mistake to go to Lester for help?
At least we're not still driving around in a stolen car.
That's right, only now we're just stranded on the side of a dusty old road.
Lester should be back with that tire in a minute now.
I don't know, Pearl. Sometimes I wish we never left Macon.
Ruby. Ruby, honey, don't you ever talk like that. 'Cause we got a dream. And that is what makes us different. Now, we're gonna go to Culverton, look up Johnny Blue. And, honey, it is straight on to Nashville.
Pearl, you got that look in your eye? You've been struck by a spear of inspiration, I can tell.
Ruby, I got it.
What?
The Dream Makers. Pearl and Ruby Connors, the Dream Makers.
I love it! You're a genius, Pearl.
Lester? Lester, guess what? I just thought of a new name for the act. The Dream Makers. What do you think?
I think maybe I shouldn't be helping you.
Why not?
Why not? Last time I saw you, you burnt down my trailer, tried to frame me for something you did.
But you got this beautiful new van with insurance, and even had a little left over.
And I nearly got thrown in jail with you.
Lester Gibson. I told you they put us in jail by mistake, and that's why they let us out on a technicality.
I don't know. Mary Beth will be worried.
Not one young lady, two.
Two? Miss Wells said she only saw one.
Well, maybe that's because the other one was standing near the back of the van. I remember they attracted my attention because they were both wearing raincoats. And it wasn't raining.
Yeah, that would be an attention getter.
Reverend, would you mind taking a look at this picture? Are those the two young ladies that you saw?
Oh, heavens, no. These girls are, well, obviously used to harder times. Well, the girls last night were innocents. Yes, sweet innocents. Why, one of them even came into the church and placed some bills in the contribution box.
Reverend, do you mind if I have a look?
Well, no.
$0.35, Barnaby.
What? 35 cents? Why, there should be $20 or $30 in there.
If it's any consolation to you, Reverend, you're not the first to have been taken in by sweet innocents or the Starshine sisters. Miss Wells, did Lester have any credit cards?
Just one, to buy gas, as I remember.
All right, I'll get the name of the company and have Betty start checking it out.
Well, Reverend, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jones. Thank you.
A little bit more wine, Pearl.
Twist my arm, Lester.
Wonder how Mary Beth is now.
Lester, must we discuss your old flames over lunch? You know how I am when that green-eyed monster gets the best of me.
Then what about that Johnny Blue? That's all you ever talk about.
I told you, he's just an old friend of ours.
We grew up together in Macon, Lester.
Yeah, and he said if we ever needed any money to come see him. Well, this may come as a surprise to you, Lester, but that is exactly what we need. Now, would you kindly pay the check?
$52.71?
Well, pay it.
Pay it? I only have $8 to my name. You told me you had some money.
Yes, but not that much. Besides, we had to pay for these dresses and wigs, didn't we? Lester, I think you better get the Sunrise ready to pick us up. Don't ask, just do it.
Pink ladies for the ladies.
Oh, I didn't believe we ordered any drinks, did we, honey?
Compliments of the house. My name is Stan Tolan. I own this place. Mine is in San Leone.
Very nice. My name is Abigail Dubois, and this is my sister Cornelia.
How are you? May I join you?
Of course not. That's why we sent our little brother out to play.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's wrong, Cornelia, honey? Something wrong? What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Okay. Oh, it looks like it just must have went down the wrong way. Maybe if I took her outside to get some fresh air.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Duffy's here. Could you get us a glass of water, Mr. Tolan? Room temperature, please?
A glass of water, room temperature.
It's gonna be all right. Oh, honey.
I got the license number, Mr. Tolan. Also the credit card number.
I'll get him. Don't worry. I'll get him.
Over the phone, you said there were 3 of you. Lester somebody.
Oh, we left him in town at the laundromat. That's his van.
Johnny, we need money.
Well, I didn't think you came all the way to Culverton for the nightlife. How much?
5,000, maybe a little more.
5,000?
Johnny, we need it for our new act, the Dream Makers.
The Dream Makers? Whatever happened to the Starshine Sisters?
Well, that was before I was struck with the spear of inspiration.
You mean, that was before you busted out of jail? We got the papers down here in Culverton, too, you know. Hey, come on now, come on. Let me see them pretty smiles. Come on now. You can trust old Johnny Blue. You know, I never did think you was guilty in the first place.
Then you'll help us, Johnny?
Why do you need so much?
Because we cannot walk into Nashville with our hats in our hands.
Not the Dream Makers, Johnny. We need a big car, maybe a chauffeur, you know, a big fancy hotel room, and lots of flashy clothes so the record people will stand up and take notice.
Right.
What do you say, Johnny?
You're still dealing, aren't you, Johnny?
Yeah, honey, but this isn't Las Vegas. It's just a small backroom casino.
But it could work.
Yeah? But you're gonna need a stake.
How much?
Well, you're gonna need 1,000 for show. Now, how much you got?
$20 in a St. Christopher medal.
And the sunrise.
Oh, come on, Pearl. Lester wouldn't sell Sunrise in a million years.
He doesn't have to.
You're gonna need the pink slip.
He keeps it hidden under the dash. All I have to do is sign his name.
Pearl, he's been awful nice to us.
Ruby, we can pay him back afterwards from our winnings, plus interest. Mama always said one good turn deserves another.
That's him, all right. They must have been wearing wigs, but I'd recognize those faces anywhere. That's Abigail, and that's her sister, Cornelia.
Abigail and Cornelia?
Yeah, Dubois. Why, you mean that's not their real names?
Somewhat like the proverbial rose, the Starshine sisters, by any other name, will still steal your wallet. Did they say where they were headed?
No. You know something? With those two chicks, if they had told me they were broke, I would have given them the stakes, thrown in a bottle of champagne.
That would have spoiled all their fun.
Barnaby!
What'd you find out in the filling station?
Nothing, but Miss Trudy certainly told me a lie.
Miss Trudy?
Yeah, she owns the boutique across the way. The station attendant saw the two girls go in there. Anyway, Miss Trudy said that they looked at a few wigs and some dresses, finally settled on a pair of lace handkerchiefs. Said they didn't want to leave without buying anything.
Did Miss Trudy check her inventory afterward?
No, not until I just asked her to. She says she thinks she's short some dresses and some shoes, and she's positive that 2 wigs and 2 handbags are missing.
Well, I hope she made a sufficient profit from the handkerchiefs.
Well, actually, Barnaby, she did more than that. She overheard them talking in the dressing room about where they were headed.
Where are they headed?
Culverton.
I know they're in here. A guy in the parking lot told me he saw them come in.
Well, you see them?
If I saw them, would I be asking you if you'd seen them?
Well, if you didn't see them, and I didn't see them, what do you want me to tell you?
That's him at the bar, Nick.
I'm not leaving till I find them.
Now, look, I've had just about enough.
Hey, Joe, that's no way to treat a new customer, huh? My name's Nick DeMarco. I own this place. I understand you're looking for a couple of young ladies, right?
You bet I am, and I know they're here.
Well, maybe you're right, Mr.
Gibson. Lester Gibson.
Okay, let's take a look.
Heavens, if it isn't that little black clover and the one-eyed gentleman again. And look at you, Ruby.
5, 4, 2, and a lady, and I do believe that's the name of the game.
Hey. These your lady friends?
They sure are.
Your luck's still holding, Mr. DeMarco. I have a feeling it's just about to run out, along with Johnny Blues.
Here you go. Buy yourself a yacht.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pearl!
Lester, we've been looking everywhere for you.
Why don't you try the laundromat? Where's my van?
Oh, Lester, please, my ear.
Where's my van?
Please hold it.
You sold the Sunrise?
Well, it's not as if I'm a complete stranger to you. Besides, we got $1,500 for it.
I paid $3,000.
We'll give you 4. We are winning, Lester. B-I-G.
That means big, Lester.
Ladies, place your bets, please.
Pearl? Ruby, as Mama used to say, you cannot expect a bountiful harvest without risking a few seeds.
I think their luck just ran out.
Boss wants you to take a break, Johnny.
On the other hand, there's that story about the birds and bush.
Stop.
No. Let him cash in. It looks good for the house.
$8,550. Tomorrow, maybe we can try to buy back the Sunrise.
Lester, Ruby and me kind of had something else in mind.
Like what?
Like, how would you feel about being a chauffeur for just the littlest while?
Pearl? Girl, I think you have something that belongs to me.
Run, Lester!
Get him! Girls, the fun is now
Oh, please, don't hurt him.
What do we do with them, Nick?
Take them out to the place. Nice-looking girls, eh, Mary? But what makes you think they were in here?
Couple of reasons. Number one, we checked every other place in town, and the other one is your sign out front says live entertainment. We thought they may have come in here looking for a job.
Let me take another look at that picture, would you?
There's a good chance they might have been wearing wigs.
You know something? They were in here asking about a job. Yesterday evening sometime, I told them we didn't have anything, and I sent them away.
They have a young fellow with them?
No, they were alone.
Did you say where they were staying?
It was during the dinner hour. I must have talked to them for all of 30 seconds.
Would they have talked to anyone else in here?
No, they just asked for a job, then they split.
Well, thank you very much for your help.
Anytime. I'd offer you a drink, but we're closed now.
Well, that's all right. I've already had my milk.
Barnaby, if they just drove on last night, they could be 500 miles from here.
It's possible, but I don't think they'd come to Culverton just to perform at the Hideaway.
Barnaby, look at that. What do you think?
Not a Rembrandt, but I'd say it's a sunrise.
No need to look any farther. That van is you, or my name's not Smiley Oldswanger, largest used car dealer in Culverton, California.
Oh, that's quite a name. Mind if I just call you Smiley?
Mister, you can call me anything but late for dinner.
My name's Barnaby Jones. I'm a private investigator. This is my associate, Jedediah Jones.
Hi there, Smiley.
What can I do for you?
This van here, did that used to belong to a fellow named Lester Gibson?
Yeah? Why?
When did he come in, do you know?
He didn't. His wife bought it in yesterday.
His wife?
Pretty little thing. Came in with her sister. But he had signed the pink slip, so everything was on the up and up.
Did she say where her husband was?
Oh, in some hospital. That's why they needed the money in a hurry, so he could have open heart surgery.
Did she give you an address where they were staying?
She said they moved around a lot.
What time of day was it?
Around 4:30.
Well, that would mean they came here before they went to the Hideaway.
The Hideaway? If they went there, I sure bet they didn't have much money left over for the operation.
What do you mean?
Nick DeMarco runs a little casino in the back room.
Oh, he didn't tell us about that. Well, thank you very much, Smiley.
Pleasure.
You know, Barnaby, I cannot believe that Lester would let them sell his van, not for gambling money.
Jedediah, you realize that Lester hasn't been seen since yesterday afternoon?
Mm-hmm. That's what's got me worried, too.
Lester, we're sorry we got you into this. But if we ever get out of here, we're going to make it up to you by letting you be our manager. Any ideas?
Well, what are we going to do with you?
Would you like some suggestions?
You shut up.
I think we ought to make an example of them, Nick.
That's a good idea. Take them out in the desert and waste them. Be a lesson to anyone else who's even thinking of trying the same sort of thing. Or we could give them another chance.
I like that idea best.
I understand you two girls are singers.
Would you like for us to sing for you?
Not especially, but I have to admit I kind of admire your style and your guts. So I'll tell you what. You do something for me, and maybe I'll do something for you. Like letting you live.
All of it?
If you come through.
What'd you have in mind?
Just a little poker game between Johnny Blue here and Ben Kingston.
Who's Ben Kingston?
One of the richest ranchers in the state, and a man who appreciates a good game of poker.
So why don't you just invite him to your club?
Well, I tried that once, and now he somehow doesn't quite trust my action. But he is a sucker for a pretty face, and that's where you two come in. So what do you say?
Given the choice, Mr. DeMarco, I'd say it's a whole lot better than being wasted.
Look, how many times must I have to tell you? I don't know what two girls you're talking about, and I don't know anything about a backroom club. Now, if you gentlemen will excuse me, I've got customers.
Not exactly a know-it-all, is he?
Barnaby, you're not going to believe this.
Lester?
Mr. Jones, what are you doing here?
Looking for you. Mary Beth was worried. She thought something happened.
Something did. I changed my mind about getting married, so I just took off.
Lester, we know about Ruby and Pearl.
Mr. DeMarco's waiting, Lester.
Yeah, I've got to be going, Mr. Jones. I'll call Mary Beth and explain everything. Nice to see you again, Mr. Jones.
Nick, that private detective's out there. He spotted Lester.
I didn't tell them anything.
Take him back to the place and keep him there. Well, Mr. Jones, what's up?
Would you mind explaining to me what Lester is doing here with you?
Lester? Oh, Lester. Well, what's there to explain? He works here.
Since when?
Since yesterday. He came in here looking for a job. He seemed like a bright young kid, so I hired him.
Why didn't you tell me that earlier?
Oh, you mean when you asked me if there was a young man with the two singers? Well, I didn't realize you meant Lester. I just sent him off on an errand. I don't know when he'll be back.
Mr. DeMarco, I don't understand everything that's going on around here. I need a little cooperation. Does the sheriff know that you're running this backroom casino?
Casino? Oh, you mean back there? Well, Mr. Jones, I really don't know who's been talking to you or what you think you know, but you're quite welcome to take a look. It's just a banquet room. There's no law against that, is there?
Thanks, folks, and remember, we're the dream makers.
You'll be hearing from us.
I bet we will
Well, what?
be hearing from you. Singing like that, how long are you going to be playing here?
Oh, well, that depends on management. That was just an audition arranged by a friend of ours.
Oh, well, I better talk to the management. They owe me a couple of favors. First, I'd like to buy you two a drink.
I'm sorry, we don't drink with strangers.
Oh, I'm no stranger. Name's Ben Kingston. I'm really just a country boy that happens to own a lot of the country. Come on, sit down.
But we can't, Mr. Kingston. We're cousin sitting.
With our cousin Willie, Aunt Meldie's boy from Macon.
Well, why don't we get him a milkshake or something? How's that?
Willie's 30.
Oh.
And he has this terrible disease. Aunt Meldie calls it the gambling fever.
It's not like he can't afford it, though. Do you know the Dubois family, Mr. Kingston?
Dubois?
The Dubois from Macon.
Sounds kind of familiar. Yeah, listen, I tell you what. Why don't you go look in on Cousin Willie? I'll wait for you down here. How's that?
I don't know. I mean, once Cousin Willie starts chewing your ear.
Uh-huh. You know, it sounds like I better go along with you just to give you an excuse to leave.
You wouldn't mind?
No, let me get my hat.
That's right. Number 4, Big Cowboy.
Cousin Willie, this is
Cousin Ruby, save the introduction for later, please. Now, you got that other king under there?
500 says I do.
1,000 says you don't. What have you got? Just a little old pear?
That's enough for me.
I thought you guys came to play. You know, a man just can't find any action around here. You don't play, do you, Mr.
Kingston, Ben Kingston. Yeah, I've been known to sit in now and again.
Well, we got a couple empty chairs here.
And no, I promised your two good-looking cousins there to buy him a drink.
Well, you suit yourself.
Of course, we could have something sent up. We'll celebrate over dinner later.
Well, Pearl, I think Cousin Willie's fever is catching.
I do think we should call room service.
What do you sell them? Much as you can buy.
Well, it doesn't look like Lester's coming back, Barnaby.
Why do I have that same feeling?
Maybe we should call the sheriff.
We got nothing to tell him until we know where Lester is. I think our best bet is to let DeMarco make the next move.
Barnaby.
And see where it leads us.
How's it going?
Perfect. Johnny let Kingston win for a while, till the stakes went up. Now Kingston can't figure out why his luck's gone sour.
And the girls?
If I didn't know better, I think they did this kind of work before.
Wish we could get a closer look.
No way, Jedediah. She came from over there.
Okay, I'll go take a look.
And Jedediah, until we find Lester, they hold all the cards.
Okay.
I'd better get back.
Hey, congratulations. I hear you did a real great job. Let me buy you a drink, huh?
Oh, no, thanks. I think we'll be on our way.
Now, this is just the beginning.
Beginning of what?
Ruby, there are suckers like Kingston all over the place, and I don't just mean Culverton. I'm talking about Vegas, Monte Carlo, the gambling capitals of the world. We are a team.
Oh, no, I'm already a team, the Dreammakers, and all I want to do is get out of here, go to Nashville, and record our music.
I'm not asking you what you want. I'm telling you what you're going to do.
And if I don't?
Then Lester gets it. And after Lester, the Dreammakers. Now, I think you better go. Partner.
Ruby.
Yes. Where's your 200?
Ruby just went in there, Barnaby.
Could you see what's inside?
No, but it sounded like there's a card game going on in there.
Oh, waiter. How'd you like to take the day off and go fishing?
Well, I've had bad luck in the past, but this is changing the meaning of the words.
There you go, 10,000.
This gets any worse, I'm gonna be playing on my credit cards.
Room service.
Ice cream, sodas.
I hope you're all having a nice day. Where shall I put you, sir?
Here, right here.
Anybody in trouble?
Yeah, Lester is. They're holding him.
What's going on over here?
Well, actually, sir, I was looking for a place to put these sodas.
I know you. You're the guy with that detective.
Detective?
Yeah.
Well, what's a detective doing in here?
Oh,
you idiot. I'm so sorry. Wow.
Johnny, get out of here while you got the chance.
I don't know what you are. Wait a minute, before you... Oh, God.
Hold it, ladies. Hold it.
Mr. Jones, boy, are we glad to see you.
Where's Lester?
Mr. Jones, you gotta help him. They said they'd kill him if anything went wrong.
Barnaby. We better get out of here.
Where are they holding Lester?
Probably up at the barn. I'll give you directions.
I got a better idea. You take us to him.
I was supposed to get married today.
You want my opinion? You're better off.
Who is it?
Ruby, I got a message from Nick.
What is it?
You're fired. Tie him up.
Poor little baby.
Thought I was a goner there for a while.
You ain't out of the woods yet, Lester.
We've got company.
What now, boss?
Question is, why would they go to all this trouble just for Lester?
John, all I want is the money from the game. Nobody gets hurt.
Money? You don't know anything about any money.
Pearl, you didn't. Rio, it seemed like such a waste, Ruby. You remember what Mom always said about waste not?
Want not, I know.
Jones, I'm giving you one more chance. Throw that money out.
What about Lester and the girl?
Nobody gets hurt. As long as I get what's mine.
All right, I'm opening the door and throwing the money out.
Barnaby, they'll never let us go. They know we're gonna head right for the sheriff.
With that kind of deduction, Jedediah, you should graduate that law school with straight A's.
I'll cover you.
Lester, get in the car. You're driving. You two, stay put. You, get on the back. I'll tell you how we do this. Get his gun, Lester. Hey, girls. You don't want to leave without saying goodbye now, do you?
It's just not fair, Mr. Jones, going back to prison. We already played there.
Well, look at it this way, Ruby. They liked you so much, they want a repeat performance.
Take care, Lester. And I meant what I said about being our manager when we get out. Any ideas?
I'll work on it, Pearl. I'll work on it.
Hi there, what's your name?
You know something, Barnaby? I bet you he waits for those girls to get out.
The way that pair operates, he may not have too long to wait.
Barnaby Jones, a Quinn Martin production, starring Buddy Epson, also starring Lee Merriweather, Mark Shera, with guest stars Mark Jenkins, Laurie Prang, Michael Vasilione, Richard O'Brien. Tonight's episode, The Inside Man.
As soon as this is tallied, you fellas have another pickup to make at the sports arena.
I keep my mind on business, Ralph. If those figures don't jive, Mr. Dyer's going to keep us all here till midnight.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'd like a cup of coffee.
And don't late tonight, Daddy. Mom's invited the Wilsons.
You tell her I'll be there by 7.
Hi, Miss Longacre. How are you?
Oh, hi. How's it going, Robert?
It's Ralph.
Boy, Ralph, you taking a break, huh?
You get a little punchy in there sometimes.
Industrial fatigue. I read about it in a magazine. You gotta be careful of that.
Oh, industrial fatigue. Yeah. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, the way I see it, counting money all day long is like tightening the same bolt on an assembly line. The monotony could crack a guy up, you know what I mean?
Sounds like maybe you ought to talk to the boss for us about getting more vacation time.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Casey Price in there. No, but be sure to give me time to get this card back.
Breathe. Now, everybody on their feet and put your hands on top of your heads. Come on. You, come here. Open the door. No, with your other hand. That's right. Come here. Go back.
Back up, sweetheart. You, fill up this bag. With the bags. I got to get a cup for Kathy. Silent alarm.
Let's get out of here. Anybody makes a move after us, it's dead.
Wait for me. There's a little change of plans, kid. You're gonna get your cut right now.
Ralph, what happened?
Did anyone call the police?
One of my men's doing it.
There were 2 of them, Mr. Longacre. Looks like Ralph stopped this one.
The money. It's all here.
You took a terrible chance, Ralph, going after an armed man.
You mean you did this?
He sure did. Ralph's a real hero.
As chief of security for Longacre, it's my job that's on the line, Barnaby. The company's off the hook. The robbery failed. The money's recovered. The only one that's going to wind up holding the bag is me.
Well, Joe, in the 30 years that we've known each other, I've never heard of anyone questioning your integrity.
I don't think it's a matter of integrity that Longacre's questioning. It's more like my competence.
What about the police? Do they think it was an inside job also?
Well, they haven't labeled it as such. But since my security people are the only ones that are supposed to have the key cards that would open that fire door, I can't blame them for thinking so.
You stand behind your people?
The FBI couldn't have done a better job of screening them than I did. They're clean. I'd stake my career on any one of them. I guess I have.
I take it you've accounted for all the key cards that were issued?
Well, they're signed out when a man comes on duty. They're signed in when they go off.
Nevertheless, it would be a simple matter for somebody to slip one out during the day and get a duplicate made.
Well, that's a possibility, Barnaby. But I'm hoping that you can dig up some information pointing away from any of my men.
What about Mr. Longacre? Is he going to mind having a private detective snooping around?
Well, frankly, yes. But he doesn't want his board of directors wagging a finger at him in case it turns out that everybody but me has been on the wrong track. How about it, Barnaby? Would you look into it?
I think you already know the answer to that, Joe. I'll give you a call later.
Yes.
Ralph Alcott, sir. You invited me over this afternoon?
Drive on up, Ralph.
Is it on fire?
Oh, hello. No, it's one of those hoses. Probably the radiator, too.
Looked like Old Faithful there for a minute. Come on. We'll take care of it later. Here he is, Dad.
Ralph? Ralph, I'd like you to meet my wife, Nora. Ralph Alcott.
Very pleased to meet you, Mrs. Longacre.
Ralph, I've been looking forward to it.
I bet you've seen all the newspapers. All about one man's courage. It'd be nice if they could make a serum out of it and give a shot to everybody in the country.
Wouldn't it, though?
Well, Dad, aren't you going to tell him?
Give me a chance. Ralph, you probably know there's been an opening for some time now for a new assistant to the chief accountant.
It's yours, Ralph. Dad's promoting you for what you did.
Oh, hey, wait a minute.
That is the trouble with women. You know, they will never let you tell a punchline. There'll be a raise in it for you, too. There. At least I got that in.
Well, whatever it is, I'm sure you're still being underpaid.
Look, I really didn't expect...
A word to the wise, Ralph. Never give Martin a chance to change his mind.
They're always ganging up on me.
Chris, maybe Ralph would like a drink before lunch?
Oh, I'd better do something about my car.
Oh, don't worry about it. Dad, you can have someone take care of Ralph's car, can't you? One of the hoses broke or something.
Oh, no problem. Andy's coming over from the motor pool. He can fix yours just as well as mine.
See? How about some tennis after lunch?
Oh, I'm afraid I'm not very good.
Seems like a nice young man, doesn't he?
It's funny. You know, he's worked for me for over 2 years. I hardly ever took notice of him before.
His name is Gully. Leo Gully out of Boston. Was released 6 weeks ago from a Massachusetts state penitentiary. Robbery, ADW, grand theft auto.
Did a rap sheet or a portfolio?
Sounds like he came west looking for greener pastures. What about the man who got away?
A witness from across the street said she saw him jump into the back seat of a car and take off. Too far away to get a license number.
Back seat, and there was a driver.
Mm-hmm. It means there were at least 4 in on it.
Driver makes 3. How do you figure 4?
You figure an inside man?
Probably somebody on the security force.
Now, wait a minute, John. You don't want to back yourself into that corner, do you?
Joe Montgomery is my friend, too. I don't want to see him hurt, but there is no way those 2 could have gotten into that place without some inside help.
I'm inclined to agree, but I'm also remembering there are a lot of other people working that building besides Joe's security force.
All right. Only the others aren't issued key cards.
Okay, John. If I get anything, I'll give you a call.
You know, for an ex-con only 6 weeks out of the Massachusetts Slammer, this Gully character sure connected fast. And with heavyweights yet.
Glad to see you've been paying attention.
Well, how do you figure it?
Well, since I'm not clairvoyant, I'm going to have to go to the streets for information.
Well, all you have to do is point me in the right direction.
Problem is, the informant that I'm thinking of is hard to find. Did I ever tell you about my friend, the professor?
So Pete told Lois she better stick her head out of that ivory tower of hers and see what's going on in the world. Well, you should have heard what Lois said. What?
Oh, yeah, that's mine right over there. It's loaded with charm. And peeling stucco.
Well, from here, all I can see is the charm.
Inside, it's even worse. I'd ask you in, but,
Well, it's been a long day, Ralph. A nice day. Maybe we better say goodnight.
yeah. I guess we just did meet, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
I have been noticing you for a long time, though.
Well, where was I during all that?
Not noticing me. Calling me, Robert.
Robert? I'm sorry.
No, don't be. I like Robert better.
Okay, Robert.
Well, thanks for the lift home and everything.
When you get your car fixed, you can do the same for me one day. Well, good night, Robert. Sleep well.
Hello?
Hey, kid. How you doing? Been trying to get you all day.
Who's this?
Roy! Who is this?
Hey, I saw your picture in the paper. You look great.
What do you want? Another shot at killing me?
Oh, come on, pal. What happened was strictly Gully's ID. I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, sure.
No, it's the truth, Ralph. Listen.
Gully was afraid you'd crack up under all that questioning. He deserved what he got. And on top of that, you wind up a gold-plated hero. So maybe it's all for the best after all. Huh?
Hey, look, do us both a favor, okay? Don't ever call me here again, okay?
Oh, would you rather I call Longacre? Or the cops? And tell them how that side door got opened?
What do you want?
That's better. We're going in again.
In? Oh, wait a minute, that's crazy.
We'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll call you.
Good morning, Mr. Longacre.
Joe?
Mr. Longacre, this is the private investigator, Barnaby Jones.
Oh, yes, Mr. Jones.
How do you do?
I'm putting out a memo to have all of our people cooperate in every way possible.
Well, thank you very much. In my business, sometimes cooperation is as good as a clue.
It's terrible to think that one of my own people could have been involved in this. But if that is the case, then we've certainly got to know. For everyone's sake.
If you heard a funny noise, that was my pension going down the drain.
Kathy, you mind if I check your totals?
I'm really very happy for you, Ralph.
Listen, you deserve much more credit than you've been given. Pushing that alarm button like you did.
Ralph, see a minute?
Sure.
Barnaby Jones, Ralph Olcott.
Ralph, my pleasure. Heard a lot about you.
Barnaby's a private detective looking into the robbery.
Oh, more questions?
If you don't mind. I read the police report, but I always like to get some of the facts myself.
Well, there's not much I can tell you about the robbery. I wasn't there.
To the company's great good fortune, as it turned out.
I just came out of the lunchroom, and I looked and I saw these two masked men.
At the elevator, you said?
Yeah. And then one of them came at me.
That's the part that puzzles me. Why, when they had a chance for a clean getaway, did the Gully, that's the man you shot, chase you so far out of his way?
Because, well, because he figured I could recognize him, I guess.
Well, how could you recognize either of them if they had their masks on?
Oh, sure. You're right. They had their masks off.
Both of them?
And you must have gotten a look at Gully's partner. You didn't tell that to the police.
No, this Gully had his mask off, not the other one.
Well, if you got it all sorted out, Ralph, are you sure?
Look, Mr. Jones, I'll level with you. I've been in a fog ever since this thing happened. They tell me I'm a hero, but the truth is I'm not. I hardly even remember shooting this guy, much less the details leading up to it.
That's understandable, Ralph. Thank you very much.
Isn't the big hero. How's it going, kid?
Lousy. Ever since I let you talk me into this mess.
It didn't take much talking, remember? We checked you out real good before we ever made a move on you. You said you hated the job, you wanted to shake loose, make a score. Now it's all still there.
Yeah, but robbing Longacres again is dumb.
Ralph, that's the beauty of it. They won't be expecting us.
Us? Gully's dead. What do you mean, us?
Easy. Nobody's asking you to do anything different. I already got another guy. Only thing we got to worry about is when.
No. One thing I'm not going to do. I'm not going to risk getting a hold of another key card. Now, that's for sure.
What about hitting the loading dock before they put the money inside and when there are no other trucks around?
For crying out loud, I don't have that kind of information.
Get it. They trust you. I've been reading about your promotion. So find a way and get it.
And if I don't, what are you going to do? Turn me in? Well, that works the other way around, too, you know.
Except for one thing, Turkey. I got lots of friends and lots of places to hide. I can keep running forever. But how about you? You really want to give up this good life you're into now? It's nice, isn't it?
All right.
Look, I know receipts from night ball games always come in late. There's one scheduled for tomorrow night. You call me when you find out the time it's due in, okay?
Okay, just get away from me. Get out of here.
I'll be at the Ruxton Hotel, room 218, waiting for your call.
Did he go for it?
Yeah, he'll go for it.
What are you doing here?
A girl named Kathy at the office said she saw you headed this way for lunch. And I thought that... That guy trying to mug you or something?
No, he was just looking for directions. Where are you headed?
Headed? I was looking for you. It's my father's birthday tomorrow. Mother and I are planning to surprise him with a dinner out.
I'm sure you'll like that.
And I get to bring somebody. I'm asking you.
Me? Dinner? You mean tomorrow night?
Well, unless, of course, you have other plans. It's just family, Ralph. I'd really like you to be there with me.
Tomorrow night, huh? Sure, I'd love it.
Oh, terrific.
Can't do any better than that. Well, thank you, my good man. And do call again.
See, Barnaby, I told you I could find the professor.
Barnaby, I've been looking forward to your visit. How about 5 again, son?
You're on.
Take the pilot seat.
Professor, don't you know it's against the law to gamble?
But gambling holds none of the hazards of breaking the unwritten law against snitching on bad dudes. Like the late Mr. Gully and his friends.
In some cases, snitching on bad dudes is good for the soul as well as the pocketbook.
If you think throwing the point will lull me, you're mistaken.
Listen, I was weaned in pool rooms. I'm not gonna get hustled over one of these things.
Gully and his friends, what do you got?
Well, at the moment, only scorn.
For a name and address, what would it take to overcome your understandable repugnance?
Great number of toll calls, if you follow up a meeting. You know, false confidence is gonna trip you up every time.
If you're asking, would I pick up the phone bill, how about a couple of long ones? Would that cover it?
Quite nice.
One now and the rest when the information is forthcoming.
You know, I'm going to tell you a little secret, son. Half my opponents claim they were weaned in the pool room. This is the age of computers.
Bye-bye. Oh, you might as well turn around and head right back out again. That was the professor.
He come up with something?
Well, according to his sources, an ex-con named of Artie Moss connected with, well, as he put it, a heavy dude who sounds very much like he might be the other man in the Longacre robbery attempt.
Is there any clue to where he's staying?
Only that Moss has been seen around a Hotel Ruxton near Echo Park.
Let's go.
What's wrong with going out sometimes? Having a little fun.
A driver's license, Massachusetts prison parole card, and a few dollars is all we found on the body.
Can't win them all, can you?
How come you're so interested in this Artie Moss, anyway?
Chip thought it might be a new man in that crowd that Gully ran with.
Have you checked his hotel room?
Moss isn't registered. Manager says he's been visiting lately with a couple in room 218, Mr. and Mrs. Norton.
They have anything to say?
No. Seems they hightailed it out before my men got here.
Think they had anything to do with the shooting?
No. A witness said she saw a man she didn't recognize take off down the stairs just after it happened.
John, might not be a bad idea to get out an APB on the Nortons. It could be what's left of the gang that hit Longacre Security.
I'm ahead of you on that one. Already have.
I don't know. It doesn't add up. Why would the gang have a falling out if they didn't get any money to fight over?
Yeah, and if you're right about this, Barnaby, it's also interesting that they're still around recruiting new talent.
Kind of makes you wonder what their plans are.
How did you get in here?
Keys to your car. It was fixed, so I thought I'd drive it over. My God, Ralph, what are you doing with the gun?
It's my father's. I just got it out of the pawn shop. I didn't even have the money till now. I thought you were a burglar.
You're in some kind of trouble, aren't you?
Look, things happen. Things, if you just turn back the clock, you'd never...
What are you talking about? Will you just tell me?
Hello?
You know what I'm gonna do to you, you slob? I'm gonna make oatmeal out of your brains.
I don't care what you say to me. You can't scare me anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, I know, you're a hero. So I'm gonna do you a favor. You're gonna stay alive, hero, if you tell me what time they're gonna make that night money delivery.
I'm warning you, get off my back. I got a gun. You try anything, I'll use it. What are you doing?
Calling my father, you need help.
No!
Then please just tell me. Let me help you. Just tell me what's going on. Please.
Go back home, Chris. Go on back to your nice, clean, pretty world.
I like you. I like you very much. You're not going to turn me away.
God, you're beautiful.
Please. Does it have something to do with that robbery you stopped?
It's no use. He's gonna try to kill me.
Who's gonna try to kill you?
That guy that I shot, Gully. That was his partner on the phone. He said he's gonna kill me for what I did.
Then there's only one thing to do. Go to the police right now.
Oh, what good will that do? I mean, he knows me. He knows where I live. Before the cops even find out who they're looking for, I'll be dead.
Well, what about that private detective my father hired, Mr. Jones? Huh? You're gonna stay at our house tonight. I'll have Daddy call him first thing in the morning. Please.
No, Mr. Jones. I just don't like the idea of going to the police for protection. I mean, how long can they protect me? It can't last forever.
Don't worry, Ralph. You're welcome to stay here with us as long as it's necessary.
Puzzling that a thief would risk his own safety for revenge like this.
Yeah, you would think he'd do himself a lot more good just by cooling it somewhere.
Or maybe this Gully was his relative or something.
I think that's worth looking into, don't you, Mr. Jones?
Yes, there's something else I want to check out. Bill Hummel, the security guard, is he on duty today?
I believe so. But you've already talked to him, haven't you?
I've talked to everybody, and I left with one fact, that in addition to Ralph, Hummel was the only other person who was alone at the time of the robbery.
I'd like to know more about this myself. I'll go with you.
Ralph, you'd probably be safer in a crowd. Why don't you come along?
There's Ralph in the third car. But I don't see the girl.
Well, Longacre's with him, too. That's perfect. You wait 10 minutes, then you make the call.
Hello?
The Longacre residence?
Yes?
This is the police dispatcher, Dwyer Division. Our unit is just radioed a 640 traffic accident at Sunset Willoughby.
Oh, no, an accident?
One of the victims, Martin Longacre, has been injured and is being rushed to Central Receiving Hospital. He's asking for Chris.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Come on, get out of the car. Just come on.
What is it?
Don't say anything.
Damn it, Barnaby, we've been over all this ground before. Joe, it was your idea to hire the private detective and let him do his job.
Sure, Mr. Jones, I was alone. Well, he's got a right to ask.
All right. You figure that all this is tied in with Bill's key card?
It's the only card that hasn't been accounted for at the time of the robbery.
Excuse me, Mr. Longacre. Your secretary's holding a call for you.
Tell her to take a number.
It's some man calling about Chris. Says it's urgent.
I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Mr. Hummel, you said that you keep your card in your jacket at all times.
Yes, sir. Right here. It's always with me.
When you're using the washroom to clean up, you probably take it off then.
Well, no. I usually push back my sleeves. I never take it off except...
Except when?
Except when I'm eating.
You weren't wearing it when you're having lunch?
No, I never do. I don't want to get any stains on it, you know?
Well, where do you usually keep it at that time?
Right there on the hanger.
With your back to it?
It's the ball game. Well, anybody could have lifted it.
Well, not just anybody. It would have to be a certain anybody who made 2 trips.
That's right. Second time to return the card.
Well, let me see. Joe, you were in and out a couple of times. And one of the girls, I can't remember which one. And Ralph, you came back to get Kathy a cup of coffee.
Coffee for me?
Sure. Right about at the time those guys hit the place. Huh, Ralph?
Sure. But don't you remember?
No, not really. But if you say so.
Hello?
Dad.
Chris, you sound funny. Is something wrong?
Dad, do what the man says or he's gonna hurt me.
Chris? Chris?
Longacre, you have any doubt that was your daughter?
Who is this? What have you done to Chris?
Shut up and listen. Go to your vault and put $250,000 in a bag. You've got a half an hour, so that won't give you time to mark the bills. In a single car with the money, go north from the freeway along the Arroyo Canyon Road until the car is stopped. You got that?
I can't possibly get the money all together and drive there in half an hour.
I'm allowing you an extra 20 minutes for the trip, and you're not driving. I want somebody I can recognize.
Then who?
That kid whose picture's been in all the papers, Ralph Olcott. Him I'd recognize. Okay?
Hey, Andy, listen, make sure that thing doesn't lock on me, huh? Looks okay.
You sure you're gonna fit in that trunk?
Well, it shouldn't be any problem. You think Ralph Walcott's the inside man, huh?
Sure beginning to look that way, but we got no definite proof to go on. That's the reason he's not gonna know you're in the back.
Barnaby.
How many speed laws did you break getting here?
I stopped counting halfway here. Here are your walkie-talkies. New batteries and all.
Now, Jedediah, ground rules. No heroics. Just keep sending locations. That's all. You understand?
You're the boss. Just remember that these things don't carry very far.
I'll be within your range.
Well, Barnaby, I also have a message for you from Lieutenant Biddle. They found latent prints at that hotel belonging to a Roy Swain, an ex-con and parole violator.
What did this Swain serve time for?
Armed robbery. Before that, extortion and attempted murder.
It's all here.
Now, Mr. Longacre, before we start, I want to advise you once again.
No police. Now, the company has my personal check for the money. It's nobody's business but mine, and until I get Chris back safely, the police stay out.
Your daughter comes first, that's for sure. But the man who did the kidnapping and the one who is threatening you, Ralph, I believe is one and the same.
Yes, I know. But I want to go anyway.
Well, we'll try to see that nothing goes wrong. But I'll need about 3 or 4 minutes after you make contact. See if you can find a way to stall him for that long.
Okay.
Mr. Jones.
Mr. Longacre, we will do whatever is necessary.
Barnaby, we just stopped. I can't see much, though. Barnaby, there's a sawhorse blocking the road where we turned off to the right.
That sounds like the quarry. If so, it's a dead end.
The road's bottomed out. I get the feeling we're gonna stop.
I'm moving in, JR. Find a phone, call Lieutenant Biddle.
I don't know. You must pay something for that jerk to commit suicide over. Well, then I'll see how much your daddy loves you. Okay, open the doors. And I don't want to see anything in there except a bag of money.
Chris, are you okay?
Yes.
All right, bring it over.
I want to talk first.
About what?
You know, this is chicken feed compared to what's still in Longacre's vault. There's 5 or 6 million. We could still pull it off. How about it?
Ralph, what are you talking about?
What's in the bag will do me fine. Just put it up there.
Okay, let her go.
I want to see it first.
It's all there. Chris, go to the car.
You gotta be dreaming.
Now, you made a deal. Let her go.
The only trouble is she can identify us. But you walk right into it. Chris, run! Run! Hold it! Hey! Robert Swain?
Where's that ambulance, anyway?
It'll be here in a minute. But from the looks of him, I don't think he'll even make it to the hospital.
Did you tell Chris that I was just stalling for time, like he said?
Yes, Ralph, I told her.
Ralph?
You all right, Chris?
Thanks to you?
I don't know what they told you, but I just wanted to know.
Don't try and talk now.
I won't have another chance.
Sure you will. You'll be out of the hospital in no time.
Just wish we could have met before all this.
So do I.